going to be a book haul. I thought I had more books, and I know I do. I think I just lent some to some friends that I forgot about. How convenient, of course. I lent like one of my favorite books to a friend. It's called The Dangers of Smoking in Bed. It's like a poetry book. Not poetry book, a short story book. I have another one of those in here. But yeah, so I don't have a lot. It's gonna be a quick video. I thought I had more. I'll just start and I'll tell you. But the first book, it's big. She's big. And I did not finish this fully. I've read bits and pieces, but basically it's The Prize by Daniel Yergin. Daniel Yergin. So I was in a money, power, money, power, like economy class last semester, and we had to read this book. Not all of it, just bits and pieces. And I read those bits and pieces, and this was like my favorite class to go to. Like, I loved the professor. I loved the subject of oil and the history about it. And this book is basically the whole like American history of oil and gasoline and automobiles, and then how we needed it for more things, and then how there's like international, like all our international deals and everything. It's all written in here and explained, and it's really interesting, and I like really enjoyed reading it, surprisingly enough. And I really did enjoy that class. Like, that was like my happiest memories were probably in that class. And I didn't even have like friends or anything in the class. If anything, I talked to the professor, who was like a 70-year-old man, but like we chopped it up. I was always in the front of the class, and I had a good time. And yeah, like, it's a really good book. I enjoyed what I read. I would always end up reading like the wrong chapters, like assigned, and then I would end up reading like a little bit more, or I'd just end up reading the wrong chapter, and I wouldn't correct myself because, like, I hope you can hear even with the tapping, because I have to say I kind of like that tapping, that voice crack though. Okay, next book. Homesick for Another World. Homesick for Another World. Now this one, if you know me, I have recommended it to you. I think I recommend everyone this book. This was the first like short story novel I ever bought. It's by Ottessa Moshfegh. But this was like the first ever so I guess a short story novel, I should explain, if you don't know, is like a bunch of short stories written by the same author, but like all have like different plots and characters, and then it's just comprised up into one book. I don't know what this red stuff is, but like when I moved back home, it like got all over it. Anyway, so yeah, and this one has like probably the most interesting, like, I still think about like half the stories in here, and like I have such a, Ottessa does such a good job at like her descriptions and like putting you in there. Like, I felt like I was watching TV when I was reading it. Like, I could imagine everything go down. It was great. I loved it. And yeah, they're definitely more like uneasy psychological thriller, or like unsettling, uncomfortable type of short stories. They're not very happy. Like, they will end to make you feel a little irky, like, what the heck. But that's what I like, and I recommend. And that's why I also recommend The Dangers of Smoking in Bed. I gave that one to a friend, like I said, I lent it, and it's kind of like the same bunch of short stories. They're all a little bit like disturbing or uneasy. I like this one better though. Better. I just really liked every story in this one, and then compared to Dangers of Smoking in Bed, like, there was a couple stories I was like, okay, wait, this is a little bit too much for me. I felt a little bit too. So yeah, I really recommend. It's super good, really easy read. Like, I love reading these at night because you can just get through one story a night, you know, super easy. Recommend. Okay. S.E. Hinton Tex. S.E. Hinton Tex. S.E. Hinton Tex. So, there's like a lot of backstory. Like, I'm not just recommending text. I am recommending text. I'm recommending like all of S.E. Hinton's books. Like, so basically, she wrote The Outsiders. And in middle school, I became obsessed with it. Obsessed with it. Obsessed enough. I made an Instagram fan account. I did everything. And I love The Outsiders so much. I started buying all of S.E. Hinton, the woman who wrote it, novels. And I loved majority of her novels. There's one novel, and it's like, unfortunately, the only other one I could find is, of course, the one I'm not really recommending, because there's only one that I didn't really like compared to the rest. But Tex is super good. They always just have like a good like protagonist in their early teens or mid-teens figuring out the world. It's just good coming of age novels. I love them. So this is about easygoing and reckless Tex, likes everyone and everything, especially his horse Negrito, and Johnny Collins' blue-eyed sister Jamie. Life with his older brother Mason would be about perfect if only Mace wouldn't stop complaining about Pop, who hasn't been home in 5 months. While Mason worries about paying the bills and getting a basketball scholarship, his ticket out of Oklahoma, Tex just seems attracted to both. When everything seems to be falling apart, what can he find a way to keep things together? So yeah, basically it's a plot. It's a teenage young boy. His dad's like a drunk or something, and like he's gone, and he lives with his older brother. His older brother's trying to make a name for himself. He's a good basketball player, and Tex right now is confused. He's like, I remember, because I found these all, and then I started rereading them, and that's why I'm so sad, because I can't find the other ones, even though the other ones have books I even like more from S.E. Hinton. But like last thing I read, he was like, just frustrated because he's like, there's people who are like meant to leave and who can leave Oklahoma and who can get out of here, and he like kind of is realizing he's maybe not one of them. Like, he doesn't have the oomph, and like everyone has the oomph. You just have to believe in yourself, of course. But it's just like, what everyone thinks of when they're younger, and like, how am I gonna do? What am I gonna be? Who am I gonna be? It's really good though. And then he gets a horse. It's a whole thing. I'm not gonna spoil, but I recommend, or if you have any middle school siblings, or like, recommend. Literally, I recommend S.E. Hinton so much. It's beautiful. And, okay, so, my actual favorite of the S.E. Hinton books. Okay, so the first favorite is The Outsiders. Duh, that's my first fave from S.E. Hinton. Second favorite from S.E. Hinton is Rumblefish. I have the book. I just don't know where. I swear I was literally reading it the other day too. But Rumblefish, I watched the movie actually the other day on my way back home from my trip. And I watched on the plane, and I loved it. I adored it. It was such a good film. I think I maybe talked about it on here. I don't know. It's Francis Coppola or whatever, the same man who did Coppola. What did he do? You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm totally forgetting what he does. His daughter though did the Virgin Suicides. I love his daughter's films too. No, but so it was like a really good director who directed it, and it was so good. It was so good. And I love Mickey Rourke. Like, he's gorgeous in it, and his acting skills, and I love 80s movies. I love them. And I love Mickey. I literally love him. Or Motorcycle Boy in it. It is just, now that one is like, I might have to put that as my first for S.E. Hinton. Okay, I'm gonna go Rumblefish, The Outsiders, and then Tex. So I'm going Rumblefish number 1, The Outsiders number 2, and Tex number 3. Rumblefish has amazing quotes. Now that plot is about like two brothers, and they're just totally different, and I can totally relate to one of them, the main character, and he's again just sort of like his older brother. He has something to look up to, live up to. His older brother left left a reputation as motorcycle boy, like a gang leader, but like a peaceful one. And I love that character. Like, I love Motorcycle's boy character. Like, I think it is so underrated in the character arcs. Like, it is one of the most original characters I've ever seen. But it's amazing. Even the most primitive societies have an innate respect for the insane. Even the most primitive societies have an innate respect for the insane. That's from the movie and from the book, and I was gonna make that my 8th grade quote. That's so silly. I had no reason to say I was gonna be insane in 8th grade. I mean, I was a little bit right, but I didn't need to say it. Didn't need to put it out there, at least. Thank God they said no. But yeah, so Essie Hinton, check it out. And okay, last one. I know I said it was gonna be a short haul. This is like the perfect little pocket book. So I work at estate sales with my mom, and I was bored one time, and I was just sitting around, farting around. Nobody was buying stuff, and I started reading this. And then the ladies, they're so sweet. They let me take stuff, and they let me take this for free. And I've been reading it, and this is like, it is one of the most interesting writing types I have ever read. First, I guess I should say, and it's a very old book, very, 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 very old. It was 75 cents. It costed 75 cents when it was being sold, so it's super old. Don't play dead before you have to. 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 I thought it was a super interesting title. I mean, and then it has like a boy and him, and it looks very interesting. So, and it is by Maia, Wojciechowiska. Oh jeez. I don't want to like butcher it, but I also feel like I have like a sort of grasp on how to say it. Maia Wojciechowiska. Okay, but I guess she's the author of Turned Out, if you guys know Turned Out. And basically, I guess I'll just read the back, give you guys the back, and then I'll give you my little spiel of it. Tuning in. Brian Carmichael didn't particularly want to be a winner or a loser. He just wanted to be somewhere in between. Was he a genius or a moron? He couldn't say for sure. The only thing he did seem to be sure of was how much he could learn about his life from other people. His best friends were Charlie, the child genius, and Lenny, the old bum. Byron, of course, was in between, looking all ways at once. So it's another coming-of-age novel type deal, if you couldn't tell. Male protagonist, young teenager, coming of age. I have a theme clearly coming on here. Clearly I'm related to these. Oh, because you know what's a good one too? Not One Flew. Oh my god. I think my sisters are yelling. Sorry about that. I hope you didn't hear too much, but they just fought. They always fight. Just younger sister battles. I tried to find the other book I was talking about, but no, I literally have a theme of clearly liking young teenage male protagonists who are at a point of their life where they feel stuck, and they're at a crossroads of like not a physical one, or like not even a physical decision of a crossroads, just a mental crossroads of who the hell am I? And I think I always try to find and like read these books like almost they're self-help books. Like I'll find some quote or something that'll help me, and sometimes it does, I have to admit. So yeah, this is just okay. And what's weird about this book and very captivating, what I thought was unique about it, very different, is it is like written in the person's mind or something. Like me and my friend couldn't figure this out, if it's his diary, if it's a dialogue in his head going on at the time. But we know it's not a dialogue in his head because sometimes he will talk to somebody and then you'll hear a response. So like this: first of all, you've got to keep your parents on their toes or else they lives all about. I mean, they're all over the hill, being all their age. You've got to bring some excitement into their lives. No, she isn't supposed to be playing it cool. She's a mother. She's supposed to yell. It's good for her. I'll lay you in line. There's just a few things. There's one thing. Kid in my class, and mother's boozer. I bet she's a boozer because she's such a sweet kid. Never give her any trouble. She never had to yell at him or anything. She started hitting the bottom. That's how I figured. Oh, sorry. This got a little deep on this one. But, okay, if I'm not clearly explaining it well, it's like him, and he'll explain, like, it's like from his perspective, and he's telling these things to other people, and he's like talks to other people like this. He's like saying, psst, psst, hey Charlie, shh, I can't get this shitty window open any wider. What the hell did you think? Some stupid hospital rules would stop me? How are you doing, pal? No, I don't feel like giving you hell, man. So, see, like, it seems like he's talking, and then it's just like written down, but it's written down with like no quotes, so you don't know if he's talking to someone or not. But then maybe I lied. I don't think anybody's responding. I think it's just his internal dialogue written down with other people. It is very interesting, and if you want, I don't know, I can tell you guys more about it. It's just hard to explain, but it's definitely first person. It's a lot of eyes. It's just confusing. In what context is this written? In, like, is this a diary? Is this him? Is this his brain? It is a very unique way of writing. Never seen anything like it. I really enjoy it. And it's not that long. A lot of these are based off of just quick, easy reads, because that's how I like it. I can't do very long, continuous novels, or I get burnt out and I never finish them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next video.